Welcome back to APUSH in under 3 minutes. No time for intros, let's get into it. Welcome to the progressive era. Yes, it's truly time to talk about the era following the Gilded Age. Let's quickly define the progressive movement in one sentence. Progressives responded to political corruption, social injustice, and economic inequality created and heightened by industrial capitalism and urbanization. And I don't want you to sit there and think this progressive movement was one big unified group, because it really wasn't. Rather, it was a bunch of little movements that had a lot of things in common, which is why we roped them together into one big progressive movement. Reformers were often middle to upper class, and many were women working especially in cities and among immigrant populations. The biggest thing you'll see in this movement is something called muckrakers. This means a journalist/writer whom investigates wrongdoing. Let's go through some key figures in this regard. Upton Sinclair was a muckraker who wrote the famous The Jungle. This book exposed disgusting meat packing and pushed for food regulations. Ida Tarbell is a muckraker who investigated Standard Oil and exposed their probably illegal monopoly tactics. And finally, Jacob Riis is a muckraker who made the book How the Other Half Lives, where the book is packed full of photos and reports exposing the horrid tenement housing conditions. Moving on, let's go over a different section of the progressive movement, the political side. Here we'll look at two people, Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson. Roosevelt argued for a quote square deal, where he pleaded to rein in corporations, protect consumers, and conserve natural resources. Wilson argued for a quote new freedom by restoring economic opportunity by breaking up monopolies, lowering tariffs, and reforming the banking system. Notice how both of these ideals are trying to regulate and reform most of what the Gilded Age stood for. That being said, there would also be a movement of women's rights. We already talked about the roots of this back in Unit 4 with the Seneca Falls Convention, though later I did forget to mention Susan B. Anthony, so apologies about that. But now you have activists like Carrie Chapman Catt and Alice Paul, along with a lot of women rallying behind the movement. This women's movement will continue to grow and will eventually contribute a lot to two amendments later on. Now let's move over to African American rights. Many progressives were split or simply ignored segregation as a whole. As for people advocating for black rights, you have Booker T. Washington, whom we talked about earlier, and a new one for you, W.E.B. Du Bois, who simply demanded full civil rights. Finally, the last two progressive movements were immigration and the environment. Immigration exposed a split down the middle. Some progressives pushed restrictions, while others focused on supporting immigrants in cities. Environmental reform followed a similar pattern, dividing into preservationists, who wanted to protect nature for its own sake, and conservationists, who emphasized responsible long-term resource management. Despite their differences, both supported the creation of national parks. On the screen now are AP-style questions for this topic. Pause now. I'll put the answers on the screen now. I will see you in the next one.